People might say that Prince Harry went way too far with his book Spare, revealing so many personal and family secrets, including texts which, of course, were sent to his wife Meghan Markle from the Princess of Wales. That was a real invasion of privacy. A lot of people are also going to be citing this as well. How could you possibly carry on with a court case about your own invasion of privacy when seemingly you've invaded your own privacy? You get the picture. And it does seem daft, doesn't it? Because he's obviously revealed so many things. You know, Penguin Random House have been crowing earlier this week about exactly how many books they've sold. It's not just a memoir, it's beyond a memoir. And we told you recently, didn't we, how book sales are escalated to suit that particular narrative, you know? I mean, I don't see anybody when I go around London marching into bookshops dishing out £8 or £25 to pick up this book. There's stacks of them just waiting there. And obviously, you know, some people might say they wish him well with the book. Obviously, he's got his money. It doesn't necessarily matter. The bulk of the money he's now received because he's completed the task. The second part of the money comes from the paperback release and the updated version. You know, that's the one that really everybody now will be looking at, because as we've seen, Harry just detests the British press, mentioned it enough in all of those interviews, and that's something that he's going to refocus back on. But according to a very good source working on that book as an editor, and as ever we have to say allegedly, it could have been far worse, because this is incredible to think. You know, he wanted to go much further, detailing people's names. So when you see things where they've been given nicknames and memes and things like that, that's because the only legal way to get round it was to change the narrative of the name, the story, so that people would actually cite them, you know, against not the person that they were. Because again, it was Harry's word against their word. The things where he's actually named people, he's kind of enticing them to come out against him. You know, as he said in those interviews, he wants to make sure that he can take on the world's media to change the narrative, even if his own family won't do it. But it's the bigger picture really that's been very haunting for many people who've been looking at the original transcript, because he went in a lot harder on his father, the King, His Royal Highness, or His Majesty should I say, King Charles, a lot harder on Camilla, and in particular, quite surprising, the Princess of Wales, who's always been an incredibly supportive character within his life, as one can imagine. So why this? Well, you know, again, according to that source, it wasn't a case of, well, he just wanted to be negative. He felt this was the true version of events, the true story. But the problem with Harry is always this, and it's very similar to Meghan. They can never ever back up the story, you know? It's never really there in black and white. There are always sort of issues about, well, how, you know, could we prove this? Do we have any tangible evidence? And what's strange about this particular couple, as we've told you many times here on the show, is given the fact that they've videoed, photographed, and surreptitiously taken notes over the short tenure that they were together within the monarchy, you would have thought they would have been a little bit more diligent in making sure they had some concrete proof. Now, as we've told you before, it looks like Harry may reveal more text messages in the paperback version of the book, causing more distress, heartache, and embarrassment possibly to the Prince and Princess of Wales. But again, one would suggest, why did you want to go so hard? Did you think that you wouldn't pick up the money unless it was explosive enough? And as one source pointed out to me, the publishers, the editors, and the legal team very quickly knew that this was an erratic, rambling tale that somebody had to knock into some kind of shape. Obviously, the stream of editors have done that, but in doing that, they've actually made sure, at least for now, they haven't received any legal missives. Can the same be said when they put out the paperback edition? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.